very first series of Dear Jermaine, and I'm so happy that I'm bringing these back because it's kind of like just talking to you guys, you know? That's what I want to do. YJ, excuse me, I'm trying to position myself where you can't see like all of my scars and shit because I'm clumsy. Okay, so the first topic, do you want to read, Hallie? Oh, your breath is bad. A termite in your ear. A termite in your ear.
I love you. I just want you as my human pillow.
Oh, your snout smells like a wet rag. Ow. Oh, sit down. Alright you guys, so the first topic that we actually got, somebody asked, Jermaine, can you talk about what it's like to live with a boyfriend and cohabit? Well, first of all, living with somebody is never easy. You know, it doesn't matter if it's your best friend. Living together can make you frenemies. Like, I personally have never had a roommate because I refuse to. I guess if I had a choice, I would audition gay guys. You know, gay guys make the best girlfriend. They're not really emotional like girls, and I have trouble feeling comfortable with people who are really emotional. You know, living together ain't bad if you like the person you live with. Like, cohabiting is one thing and also coexisting is one thing. Yes, living with a male species is sometimes difficult and annoying because, like, I'm sure living with me is kind of like a pain in the ass for him because, you know, I have Pacific rules. So if you guys live with your boyfriend, you have to be domesticated in a way. And thank God I've been man, so I don't have to pull out and snip the Xbox cord playing at 3:30 in the morning. Oh, I had an ex-boyfriend who was obsessed with his stupid dumb little yellow Mustang. He was also obsessed with playing with Xbox and, you know, cussing out people on like Call of Duty on the computer. Guys can be like the best and worst thing to live with. When you live with somebody, you gotta set some ground rules. You wash your own damn dishes. If you don't like the food I cook, you starve. And you gotta pick up all the dirty work around, like plunging the toilet, picking up dog shit. You gotta let the man be the man. So if you don't have a problem waking up to his bad breath, his midnight farts, then you have the tools to a good relationship. So I guess my advice is the best way to live with your boyfriend. That's why I have a TV in the bedroom and I have a TV in the living room. I can record my TV shows here and you can watch your shit over there. I've got my own bathroom because girls do take shits, and you have your own bathroom over there in the corner. Do your own shit. So that's my advice on living with a boyfriend. What if your parents disapprove of your partner and how do you deal with it? Let me tell you right now, my mom hated all of my boyfriends when I was in high school. You know, my parents were like religious and strict. So it didn't help the fact that I had a boyfriend with like a bunch of tattoos and a big hole in his ear. He drove a loud sports car and he cursed like a sailor. So there was this one time when I introduced my boyfriend to my parents and he was black. And don't get me wrong, they're not racist or anything, but she did look at him like, Sinoya.
Why responds to his niece?
But she didn't like him because he had a bad reputation of like being a playboy. Like, if your mom doesn't like your boyfriend, think about it. Who's the one sleeping with your boyfriend? Not your mama? My theory is you should never let anybody come in between you and the person that you like or love. You know, your parents are just kind of there to be like the assholes at the end of your breakup to tell you,
I told you so.
We're just stupid teenagers who just let our hormones get the best of us in the back of the bowling alley. There's two groups that could possibly ruin your relationship: your family or your friends. You know, both have a sincere intention to look after you, but at the same time, friends and family are nosy. And sometimes when you have too many opinions about your relationship, left ear, right ear, you know, opinions can like manipulate your head. Therefore, break up. So if your mom or dad disapproves of your boyfriend, sometimes you have to like distance yourself away from them and, you know, figure shit out yourself. So how did I deal with my mom not liking my boyfriends when I was a teenager? I just kept dating them. You know, eventually she'll bug off, you know, she'll get annoyed of you telling you what to do, and then she just, all right.
Okay, you wanna date Devon? That's on you. Frankly, I like Fernando better. And Ryan needs to get a job.
You know, your mom or dad can have opinions all day, but they don't really matter. So my advice is just do what you need. You know, I think I have more of an advice to parents. If you don't like who your son or daughter is dating, just leave your child alone. They'll learn. So yeah, those are my advices on those two questions. Thank you for your questions. And if you guys have any more questions for me, make sure to ask them here on askjarmaine@gmail.com. If I don't get a chance to respond to you in a video, I would be happy to respond to you and emailing you back. And truthfully and honestly, I really don't mind the long novels. If I were to talk about my prob, I mean, I would have a novel too. Okay, I gotta go. I will see you guys next week. Thank you guys so much, and I love you. Bye.